Detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The rule is not completely final. Before we go, we wanted to remind you that you can always stay informed on the story shaping the U.S.-Mexico border while you're on your commute home. Maybe you're out walking the dog, or you're at the gym, because Border Report Live brings you real-time updates, expert insights, and voices from both sides of the border in podcast form. You can listen now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the iHeartRadio app, as well as the audio and video version on YouTube. And don't forget to check out our partners at Political Power Ranker. It's a weekly show tracking the movers, shakers, and rule makers in American politics. So make sure to check it out. You can find more on Political Power Ranker at abc27.com or your local Nexstar station's website. That does it for us today. For Salvador Rivera in San Diego, I'm Rudy Mireles in Harlingen, Texas. We'll see you all next time.
It's my favorite time of year. Sugar cookies in the air. Simple joy like laughter. It's that native holiday cheer. It's that native holiday cheer.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop a bullet.
normalizing.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
News Nation is taking you back in time this Christmas Eve. Back to the first Black Friday. Decking the halls of the decade of decadence. A very 80s Christmas. Christmas Eve at 8/7 Central on News Nation.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you gave me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
In the 2026 Winter Olympics.
Hello, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Aaron Gonders.
And I'm Carney Porter. Police in Iowa Park are warning residents to be on alert after a porch pirate investigation led to arrests and the recovery of stolen packages.
Officers say the thefts may stretch across multiple communities during one of the busiest delivery weeks of the year. A man and woman identified as Harley Holder and Virginia Burden were taken into custody early Wednesday morning. Their charges are still pending. Officers say after receiving a Ring doorbell notification about a woman taking packages from someone's porch, they responded to the area and pulled over the suspected vehicle. After questioning the couple, they noticed the woman matched the suspect seen in the Ring footage.
Upon searching the vehicle, at least 57 pieces of stolen mail were found, spanning across Iowa Park, Wichita County, and Wichita Falls. This case is still under investigation, but police urge residents to take extra precautions, including tracking your packages, retrieving packages as soon as possible, and installing security measures, such as lighting, package cases, and cameras. We'll update you as we learn more.
And with unseasonably warm weather, Wichita Falls fire officials are urging fire safety when it comes to holiday plans this weekend. Our station's intern Edison Stewart breaks down what officials are watching for and how residents can stay safe.
It may feel more like spring than winter this weekend, but that warm up comes with a warning. Above average temperatures paired with strong winds are increasing fire risk across Wichita Falls and the surrounding area.
We are seeing an increase. That's coming from a
unseasonably warm temperatures. We're not used to seeing 80 degrees or around 80 degrees in December around Christmas time. And the wind is increasing from time to time. But we have the cure vegetation and the fuels that are ready to burn.
Despite these concerns, Wichita County leaders say a burn ban is not currently in effect. According to county officials, conditions are being evaluated daily, but they haven't reached the threshold needed to issue a ban. Still, they're asking residents to not let their guard down. Fire officials say outdoor burning, grilling, or even sparks from equipment can quickly turn dangerous in windy conditions. With no burn ban in place, responsibility falls on residents to take extra precautions. Officials say if conditions worsen, a burn ban could be considered, but until then, awareness and caution remain key. Edison Stewart, KFDX 3 News.
Fire officials are urging residents to stay weather aware and report any signs of fire to 911 immediately.
All right, let's go ahead now and check in with meteorologist John Cameron for a look outside. So, John, what can people expect going into those early morning hours?
Well, we've got pretty steady winds overnight tonight, and the good news is they are south winds, and because of those south winds, we're not going to get anywhere as cold as we did last night. Last night, we dropped to the upper 20s. Tonight, we're going to stay in the 50s most of the night. Now, those south winds are moving, and while you really have to have temperatures below 50 degrees for there to be a wind chill effect, it will seem a little chillier thanks to those steady south winds. 54 degrees now at Shepherd Air Force Base. Whatever cloud cover we had this afternoon really starting to dissipate across the area, and we expect clear skies, not only for the remainder of the night, but through much of Saturday as well. We'll start out around 50 degrees, and we'll be in the 70s by midday. It'll probably be a little windier in the morning, with winds calming down a little bit as we get into this afternoon, tomorrow afternoon rather. There's no indication here that a cold front is coming through, but we will see a wind shift with winds becoming northerly in the afternoon. But despite that, we'll still make it to the 70s. So we're warm, we're breezy for tomorrow. Sunday, because of that cold front, will be the coolest day of the week. And could we be talking about record-breaking heat for Christmas Day? We'll have that discussion coming up a little bit later in the newscast, guys.
All right, sounds good, John. We'll see you then. Thanks so much.
And with Christmas just days away, many shoppers are skipping shipping deadlines and heading straight to local stores.
While online carts are closing out for the season, local boutiques in Wichita Falls are seeing customers flood in and out, many hoping to find that perfect gift without the wait. Store owners say the days leading up to Christmas are often their busiest time of year.
And with Christmas just 6 days away, the rush isn't slowing down, and shoppers are still hoping to finish their lists before the holidays arrive. You can hear from local businesses on this matter inside our full story over on TexOma's.com. And Wichita Falls tradition built on kindness is growing thanks to one young girl's Christmas wish and a letter back from Santa. For the 8th year, Keegan Albers and his mom are donating prayer bears to kids at Cook Children's Hospital, and this time they had some extra help. 7-year-old Gemma Walker asked Santa to bring toys for all the kids in the hospital.
And weeks later, he wrote back, encouraging Gemma's generosity, and shared that a local boy named Keegan had been collecting prayer bears for years, all to donate to Cook Children's. After asking the community for help, Gemma raised lots of money and 100 bears that added to the 493 bears and $950 Keegan had already raised this year. Today, Keegan delivered those bears to hundreds of kids at Cook Children's Hospital.
And for 35 years, the Wichita Falls Police Officers Association has helped bring cheer to area kids that would not have a Christmas if it wasn't for the generosity of Texomans. This afternoon, Santa and his assorted helpers of Wichita Falls police officers, firefighters, and elves brought bags of goodies to the Children's Aid Society of West Texas.
Every year, members from the Police Officers Associations raise funds through events like Guns and Hoses to purchase gifts for kids at the home. Officials say this event would not be possible if it wasn't for the giving nature of the community. Their next big fundraiser event will be Guns and Hoses. That'll be in March.
And while this holiday season may seem warmer for us, things in Vernon are staying icy, with Vernon on Ice getting an expansion.
That's right. There was a ribbon cutting to celebrate this milestone, in fact. Officials say the ice rink has doubled in size, and it's thanks to the support of Family Pharmacy in Vernon and Redlicious Meats.
It's unique. You know, you don't get to do this every day. It's the closest thing that we're going to get to a real ice rink, and it's fun, it's engaging, it's a quality of life event for Vernon. It's just, more than anything, it's just something for families to get to do together. And the world that we live in today, doing things together with family is pretty special.
Now, if you didn't make it out to Vernon tonight, Vernon on Ice will be open every Thursday through Sunday all the way until January 11th. So if you want to know business hours, you can click inside the story over on our website.
The Texas legislature is urging camps in the central part of the state to meet new requirements following the summer's floods.
Plus, camp personnel say they're impossible to meet in time. See what it is the legislature is asking for coming up after John's full forecast.
It's my favorite time of year. Sugar cookies in the air. Simple joy right after It's that native holiday cheer. It's that native holiday cheer.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. But with the routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you get me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything.
Call that a plasma sword?
For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop the bullying.
normalization. Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills.
Next.
We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot
Helps you fight the flu. Get a flu shot for yourself and those around you too.
Confidence is not a mindset, it's an achievement. In the GMC Sierra HD AT4X. Get 3.9% APR on 2025 Sierra heavy-duty models and put your federal tax deductions to work for you. Qualifying businesses deduct up to 100% of the purchase price on select vehicles. Weather on KFDX is brought to you by State Farm agent Tracy Denson, your home, life, health, and auto experts.
Hi, I'm Whitney Flax, City Councilor for Wichita Falls, Texas. This holiday season, I'd like to thank all of you for making Wichita Falls a wonderful place to call home. It truly is a wonderful life. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas and God bless you all.
Holiday greetings on KFDX are brought to you by Vitro Architectural Glass. Now, from KFDX3, Texoma's Weather Authority with John Cameron.
Well, everyone, we hope you didn't put all of your cooler clothes back in the closet, in your back closet anyway.
Might want to break out the shorts.
Yeah, you might not need those heavy jackets for a minute.
Yeah, when we did the trivia on, was it Tuesday, I think it was, I told you what our warmest Christmas day ever was in Wichita Falls history. And it was 78 degrees. And there's a reason I threw that question in there is because we might get awfully close to either tying or perhaps setting a new hottest Christmas ever. Now we've got these gusty south winds, and because of these gusty south winds, it's never really going to get cold. Now the wind itself is adding a slight chill to the air. Probably need a jacket overnight, but we're not going to get anywhere close to the 20s like we dropped to last night. Okay, so our average high temperature on Christmas Day is 55 degrees. And these are our morning lows for the next 7 days. That means that on Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, our morning lows are going to be warmer than our average high temperatures. We'll get to the high temperatures here in just a little bit. The flag here at Bowie indicating a pretty steady south breeze. We topped that at 67 degrees. That was after a morning low that was below average, 26 degrees. The average is being 55 and 31. Let's just take a moment to recognize that on this day, December 19th, 1924, we dropped to 4 degrees, and that has been our record low for 101 years. And to be honest with you, the fact that this has been our record high for this date for this long is pretty impressive, because there's a few temperatures in our forecast cooler than or warmer than that. 54 degrees now at Shepherd Air Force Base. South winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, keeping us mild overnight. We had some cloud cover earlier, but that really is dissipating. We'll go to the futurecast to show you that we'll wake up to sunny skies and we'll see sunshine through the day. The cold front comes through. Could be a rainmaker for the piney woods of Texas, the only part of Texas where it seems it can rain here lately. And then we'll watch clouds expand into the region later in the morning Sunday. Stay with us through the afternoon. So Sunday will be a cooler and cloudier day than Saturday. Morning lows near 50 degrees, south winds at 15 to 20. Tomorrow, under sunny skies, upper 70s for highs with gusty north winds. And then there's that rare cool day on Sunday. Our high temperature could be a record setter for Christmas Day with a high near 80 degrees.
The bravest person I know is my daughter, Cynthia.
My friend Sean, and he was in the Air Force.
One of the bravest things he ever did wasn't when he first enlisted. It was when he found his first support group.
It was when he asked to move in with me and my mom.
I felt like I was lost, and you get me a place to stay.
She went on foreign soil. She went to war. But the bravest thing she did is when she asked for help.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Elmer loves to giggle. Elmer's mommy taught him that laughing can help when you have a big feeling, like when you feel happy. Make sure to celebrate when you're happy and laugh it out. Love your mind.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You're watching KFDX 3 News.
After the deadly July floods, state lawmakers approved a law requiring youth camps to have fiber internet and a backup internet connection. It's meant to ensure reliable communications during a crisis. But several Texas camps say that requirement is impossible to meet before next summer. Adam Schwager talked to the executive director of one of the largest camps in Texas, who says a lot of his fellow camp leaders worry the law will force them to close.
Are we going to be closed? Am I going to have over 2,000 upset families and campers this summer because I have no fiber?
Dan Neal is the owner and operator of Camp Double Creek in the greater Austin area. His camp, along with several camps across the state, fear they could be forced to close this summer if a new rule from the Department of State Health Services requiring a fiber connection is finalized for this summer.
I have two campuses, and one or both of those will not have fiber by opening day, is what I'm being told, and this is not my choice.
The new rule stems from the Camper Act, passed by the Texas legislature in response to this summer's deadly floods.
Camps don't have fiber optic broadband, a lot of them. A lot of cities don't even have it.
Eddie Walker is the executive director of Mount Lebanon Camp, which has about 12,000 annual campers. He estimates at least 170 camps don't have easy access to fiber broadband through a preliminary survey conducted by Camping Association for Mutual Progress, a camping lobbying firm. Walker says they came to that number through cross-referencing camp addresses with the FCC's map on fiber broadband access.
One camp got a bid of $1.7 million to get fiber access. And the deal is, even if you could get it, getting it before May is just, a lot of times it's 18-month turnaround time.
Ahead of the rulemaking process for DSHS, the author and sponsor of the bill, State Representative Drew Darby and State Senator Charles Perry, sent a letter to Commissioner Jennifer Schufert saying all the safety provisions are required to be in effect for this summer, except the fiber broadband provision. Quote, this distinction is both important and intentional. We knew that youth camp operators would likely experience difficulty acquiring a fiber optic connection, they wrote. Despite this, DSHS still proposed the rule for immediate effect, with a public comment period ending on Friday. State Representative Brian Harrison, the only vote against the bill initially and one of only 4 votes against the bill on final passage, says the letter is a cop-out.
The buck stops with the elected officials in the Texas legislature. There was no reason for those provisions to be in the bill in the first place.
Harrison, who has more concerns than just the fiber provisions, says this might require a third special session to fix.
We could have stopped this thing, and tell you what, if we can't, the governor of Texas needs to get us back to Austin.
In Austin, I'm Adam Schwager.
In a statement, DSHS said, quote, a state agency's duty is to implement laws as written by the legislature. The department did not respond to our Austin Bureau's follow-up asking about the letter sent to them by the bill's authors. Well, how many times have you been on the interstate and ate somewhere you really didn't want to, only to see your favorite restaurants 2 exits down? Coming up next in tonight's What the Tech, a smartphone app to help you decide, should we exit here?
Ooh, pretty colors.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org. You're watching KFDX 3 News.
AAA predicts another holiday travel record this year as more than 122 million Americans plan to travel at least 50 miles from home over the next 2 weeks. For the vast majority that travel on highways and interstates, Jamie Tucker has found a smartphone app that answers the question, what's the next exit?
Yeah, the app iExit has long been a favorite for truckers and RVers, but families are learning that it's very useful for anyone who's ever wondered, should we get off and eat here or wait a couple of exits? iExit uses your phone's GPS to show exactly what's at the next few exits. If you're approaching exit 336, you might not know there's a slim pickings of restaurants, just 11 here. And unless you know the route, you wouldn't know there are 37 restaurants if you wait just one more exit. iExit shows which way to turn off the exit, how far you'll need to go, and it shows Yelp reviews on the same screen. It's not just food. iExit shows gas stations, hotels, rest areas, EV charging stations, running low on gas. Prices vary widely on the interstates. Checking the iExit app, I see I can save up to 40 cents a gallon if I can make just 3 more exits. The information is crowdsourced, so it's updated by other drivers. iExit says users add more than 350,000 updates every month. So with millions of people using it, I found it to be surprisingly accurate. The app is free for iPhone and Android devices. You can pay $2 to have the ads removed forever. And it now works with Apple CarPlay. If you are traveling by car, it's a genuinely useful app for the person riding shotgun. I'm Jamie Tucker, and iExit is the app of the day.
Now, if you're planning a trip over the holidays, AAA says the busiest day for highway travel is expected to be the Sunday after Christmas, making planning more important than usual. Might be kind of nice to have a list of restaurants and all that at all those next stops.
Should I exit?
You don't need to exit.
Oh,
Actually,
okay.
we need you right now.
Okay, very good.
I hear you got a lot of basketball for us tonight.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. We do. Christmas break might be getting started. The kids are now out of school for all of next week. But across our area tonight, high school basketball games in bunches. We've got highlights and scores next in sports.
Best Reviews is an unbiased team that researches products in real-world situations to give reliable recommendations on just about everything. For the best reviews, go to bestreviews.com. Seriously, before you buy anything, ever.